Hey everyone, it's Michelle and we're back with the second part of our build for the astronaut. And doesn't our retired astronaut look super happy right here? Jack is so over the building process. He just wants to be inside. I thought that was absolutely a hysterical expression on his face. He was like super happy a few minutes ago. Sheesh. So what I want to do today in this one, this will be a pretty short video because we don't have a lot of room to landscape within. But I want to, basically I want to extend this little area that's on, the part that we can't edit. I kind of want to, we can't fully extend it except with tool, but that doesn't help you when you're downloading. We're just going to kind of extend that a little bit as best we can. So we're going to go to Island Living Debug as basically our Bible for this. We're just using Island Living Debug, and oh my gosh, Jack needs more money. There we go, much easier. And I think first our foundational pieces are basically, it's the grasses. This staggeringly beautiful grass piece. The Naupaka grass piece is just so stunning. And I think we're going to put our bins, we want our bins to be usable, but I didn't want them too close to the house, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead, move them over into this space. Now again, I want to sort of mimic the landscaping that's closest to this, so let's get some of that same shade of bougainvillea in here. And certainly one of these stunning palm trees. God, I love the palm trees here. I don't want to make it look exactly like the clump next to it. Let's make sure that those trees are not in the same direction. That would be kind of funny. All right, that works. And over here, I think I'd like to do a bit of a rock. A bit of a rock. And we have, of course, some wonderful debug rocks in Island Living that kind of fit well together, and that, if they start looking too overwhelming, we can always use tool to calm things down a little bit, or to push rocks further into the ground. But basically this little sand spit is based on nothing, right? It's just the tiniest little sand spit, and I would love to get more, just a little bit more lava rocks in here to make it seem a bit more solid's the wrong word, but it's the only one I got. So let's go back into live mode for just a second and drop this sucker down a bit. And we're not going to do it too far. I just want it so maybe just -1. Yeah, I just wanted to be so it was embedded in the sand. Oh yeah, I love that. I love that. And then we're gonna take this one and make it, oh, if I keep it up here, I can use it as a really good base to put more plants around. So let's do that. Get a bit more Naupaka. And forgive me if I'm pronouncing that horribly. Back to debug with Island Living. And all the way to the end. I was thinking of, I love these little trees. I love them. Actually, as much as I like the hot pink swatch, I think the green one is just so pretty. And the leaves are just this beautiful variegated greens. And they're just lovely. So let's do this. And maybe one of these, because we're right by the water. We'll even bring that down a little bit in scale, and another bougainvillea or two. Fantastic. Oh yeah, that kind of just anchors the place a lot better. And we don't have a lot of coral and stuff at the edge of this lot, so what I want to do is maybe, thinking out loud about building. give him a little, think about it, a little, you don't want storms to wipe him off the map immediately, right? So let's take a few more of these rocks and just kind of give the lot a bit more anchor, a bit more presence. There's so much lava rock all over the connected islands. So why not take advantage of that in island living builds? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing we did with Tool. We're gonna take this and knock it down by 1, I believe. -1. And let's see, oops, my camera's all over the place today. There we go, looks great. We can put a little, I don't want to do a ton of coral or anything, but I think just a few little additions. I'm trying to see how they've done it elsewhere. I don't think this lot is big enough to really show off coral to its full extent, so let's not go there. I know one of the reasons Jack wanted to be here in the first place was for fishing. So let's see about one of our fishing signs. I'll have to get that out of, there we go. Gone fishing. Let's give him, let's take it out here. We'll have to test and make sure that isn't too shallow. And once again, why don't we do that while we test it with Tool? So I'm going to take that down just a little bit, the tiniest little bit, like 0.25 or something, just to, or I could learn how to use a negative sign. -0.5. There we go. And let's see if Jack can use it. How do our fish show up? Where do our fish show up? Okay, they show up pretty far out there and nothing's freaky about it. Okay, so let's see if he can fish. Oh, look how happy he looks automatically. He can stand out in the water and go fishing. This is a much happier Jack than he was a few minutes ago. All right, let's go ahead and get some of these other decorative elements up. I just want to have the outside completely done in today's video. So safety first, right? We got to have our little, got to have our life preserver. Now this thing, I don't know why, I just love it. I have this idea that Jack's been to a billion different, I bet Jack never has to buy himself a beer when people recognize him. Like, oh my gosh, it's that astronaut. So I kind of enjoy the idea of this very weathered sign being, actually, why don't we move this further out? Yeah, I like that. This very weathered sign being sort of an entrance to his world. Not that he wants people to come here. Like, I think one of those signs says, go away, get out. No solicitors. No one wants you here. I don't think he does a lot of lying out on a towel or anything. And we are going to definitely give him an aqua zip because, you know, I think people who have been to space probably develop a bit of a need for speed. So we're going to go ahead and give him an aqua zip. Yeah, let's do that teal one with the shark. Oh, yeah. The one that looks like, is that the only one that looks like a shark? I haven't noticed that before. I love it. It has a shark mouth. So let's go ahead and use that. Because he likes fishing, let's go ahead and put a couple fish traps down as well. Maybe he's trying to learn more about Sulani methods of fishing. So let's get a couple of these down. Ooh, yes. Let's use this sign. Let's use this sign. Oh my God, I love this sign. To basically say, don't come here. I don't want you here. So we're gonna put no parking, no fishing. Get off my property. Get off my property. Let's go ahead and head to the back patio here. This isn't a big space. But it's not like Jack's gonna have people over very often. That's not his thing. So I think we can go ahead and add like a nice chair. By the way, don't think that I've forgotten the observatory. Don't think I've forgotten it. It's gonna have a place right up in here. It's an important object. And you know, now that I think about it, yeah, I think we may have to put it up here a little bit more. Okay, but that'll still be fun. That'll still be fun. But in the back here, let's see. Let's give him, in keeping with the shark theme, I wonder if any of these are sharks. They're all peaceful. What? What? All right, let's give him a navy blue one then. Or that may be a little too childlike for him. How about one of these? Yeah, so he can float around. And then up top here, he's gonna have to have some sort of nice outdoor relaxing chair. I love this chair. I love this chair so much. It's such a great chair. Hang out, watch the waves, maybe do a little light fishing from the deck. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, and maybe we're gonna do one of the great pleasures of having a house like this, his outdoor shower. I think a lot of people love to have an outdoor shower in any kind of beach house situation. So we're gonna do it like this. Should we have it more? Okay, yeah, let's switch that around. Oh, my cat Bunny is yowling because she's not in the office. Because she doesn't help me film. It's not like she helps me film. She just is like, ah! And she yells at me and she has strong feelings. So yeah, there's his outdoor shower. There's a chair for chilling out. Let's put it over here. And we'll test and make sure that all of this is usable. He has no safety railings. He could care less about your desire for safety railings. He's been to space. Space. All right, so let's put that there. Great. This and a little side table. I'm going to get out of island living for a little bit because I have a couple of objects in mind. I kind of want to use this little fruit crate. He's going to have it out here as a little end table where he can put his beer. Because you gotta have a place to put your beer. And let's get the buckets. And yeah, let's get a couple of these. Now here's what I'm wondering about is if you can get the fish out of debugged. The regular old just hanging out in the middle of the water fish, put them in water and that they don't rot. Here's what I'm curious about. Will they rot? I don't know. And also, let's see if we can find, just looking to see if we have a specific one for island living, and we do. We have a mahi mahi. That's very big. A neon angelfish. Oh god, I feel like a monster. Well, alright, so he caught an angelfish, but he hasn't killed it. He just caught it. And how about an itty bitty mahi mahi that he will probably throw back into the water? Okay, last thing we need out here really is a light. And let's just go ahead and use like a really typical outdoor light here. Okay, we can see this back part pretty well. Those lights, you know what? I like what I used on the back better. So let's go ahead and use these. Oh yeah, that's just a little more wieldy. Excellent. Okay, last thing. And you know what? It's true. I had not forgotten about the observatory. But I went over exactly where I was going to put the observatory. So with the observatory, I know it says it needs all this room, but really all it needs is the ability to get in and out of this doorway. You can stick it around through other things very easily as long as you keep room for that doorway. You don't have to worry about things clipping inside it or anything like that, which is kind of handy. Oh, Bunny is so mad at me. Let's bring this up just a little bit and let's keep our mailbox here. And no, don't go in my observatory. This is not for you. This observatory is not for you. And I think to finish it off, we're going to take some of this beautiful bougainvillea and take it up the back of the observatory. Like this maybe has been here for a while. I'm kind of covering up those weird UFO because, you know, Jack is not a conspiracy theorist. He's just someone who loves astronomy and space and yeah. So I think having these along the back of the observatory makes a lot more sense than the UFO pictures. Make sure that clips well. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's do some real quick testing. I like to test throughout my builds, so I really know I'm on the right track. So he was happily fishing. Let's go ahead and stop that and let him try his observatory. Oh, he's thrilled. Okay, he is observing up the wazoo. Okay, I think we're in great shape. The last thing we have to do is do the interior. We'll do that next time. So let's give him a treat and let him ride off on his aqua zip to end this video. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time to finish off the house for the astronaut. Come on, Jack, go right off into this, well, not sunset. Go right away. You have a great time. Bye.